young Negro right here, man, over here looking like a damn 14-year-old girl, man. Stop it, man. That's a damn shame, man. And then you got two girls with them hyping them up. That's the problem with our women right there.
My man looked like a Powerpuff Power Ranger, man.
And then you got two girls with them hyping them up. That's the problem with our women right there. They talk about they want a good man, but they hype up niggas being homosexuality, man. They don't make any damn sense. Bring your little ass across the track. I know. We calling our asses out.
That's right. And that's the problem with our women today. But anyway, man, welcome to episode 3. We are back with another one. Welcome to Making Sense of Madness. Like, comment, and subscribe. You understand? Once again, we are sponsored by Manifest Studios. Get your high earners, fly earners gear. You understand? The truth is not hate. The truth is not hate. The truth is not hate. But yeah, man, the reason why I played this video is because it was funny. You understand? And a lot of people got triggered, man. A lot of people was upset. You know, a lot of people was butthurt, and it just reminded me of the society that we live in today. It reminded me of, like, damn, this new generation is so sensitive, man. This new generation is so overly emotional. This new generation is so easily triggered. You understand? You can't say nothing. You can't have an opinion. You understand? And it's not saying that I 100% agree with the video. You understand? But I did agree with one thing that he said. He said, and that's the problem with our women today, is that they complain about they don't have enough good men out there. They complain about that men are too weak and men are too feminine, and you know, but you are the same ones that stand up for the Powerpuff Boys. You understand? And once again, man, and I'm gonna keep saying this in every episode, this channel does not discriminate against anyone. We welcome all walks of life, as long as you're not harming people, as long as you have good intentions, as long as you're not harming children, you're not a weirdo. You understand? We welcome all walks of life. All right? These videos are for entertainment purposes only, and the theme of this episode is the truth is not hate. The truth is not hate. You understand? For some reason, every time somebody speaks the truth, people take it as hate. This generation in particular. Anytime you critique them, you try to give them solutions, you try to give them advice, oh, you're a hater. You know, you tell them you don't like certain things about what they do, oh, you're a hater. And the reason why they're easily triggered and they're so overly emotional is because they was raised by a single mother. You understand? They wasn't raised by a dad. They were raised by an iPad. They was raised by a television. They was raised by a cell phone. They didn't have a masculine figure in the house. And you'll have some other people that'll say, oh, but I did have a father in the house. But was you raised by a father? It's one thing to be watched by a father, and it's another thing to be raised. You understand? A lot of times, like, you know, women would go out, they'll leave the kid with the father, and he's just watching the child. You understand? He's not really having deep conversation. You know, he's not really like having a true bond. You know, like really teaching them morals and teaching them things. You know, a lot of times these kids are learning from the tablet. They're learning from the cell phone. They're learning from the television. So a lot of their thoughts is not even theirs. You understand? Their thoughts are coming from a sick society that we live in. You know, a lot of these children are also raised by single mothers. And since you are in charge, you have to take the blame. Because a lot of you, not all of you, a lot of you, you find it cute when you see your sons, your young little boys wearing makeup. You think it's a TikTok moment. You think it's an Instagram moment. When you see your young boys putting your wigs on, you think it's cute. You think it's funny when you see your young boys putting your lipstick on. You understand? Like, to you it's funny. To you it's a game, right? To you it's a TikTok moment. You understand? So for the Powerpuff Boys out there, like I said, we don't discriminate. But you need to understand, you are a victim. Okay? If you are a man and you enjoy having cucumbers in your tailpipe, we don't discriminate. You understand? But understand that most of you are victims of this sick society. No matter how you want to spin the narrative, you can say things like, oh, I was born this way. No. You were born in a sick society. You were raised by an iPad. You were raised by a cell phone. You were raised by television. You understand? Most of your thoughts are not yours. Which is why you believe in the thing that you believe today. So it's nothing wrong if you're a grown-ass man and you enjoy, you enjoy being a Powerpuff Boy. But when it comes to children, it's wrong that society is shoving these type of agendas, in the schools, in the cartoons. It's wrong. You understand? And this is why this society hates men. Because men bring structure. Men bring order. Men bring solutions. You understand? This society loves the weak man. You understand? They want men to be feminine. Because they know that the feminine man is not going to challenge them. The feminine man is not a threat to them. You understand? The feminine man is easily programmed, is easily brainwashed. The feminine man is stuck in their emotions. And this is why I say your emotions will be your biggest downfall. When you're over emotional and you're always stuck in your feelings and you're easily triggered, your emotions will be your biggest downfall. And shout out to the women out there who are emotionally balanced. Shout out to you. We love you. We respect you, and your voices should be heard. We don't hear enough from you. You understand? All we hear is the voices from these products of this society. These thoughts. These over-emotional single mothers who don't mind seeing their sons wearing makeup and lipstick and their heels at a young age before they even have a choice. You understand? So we need to hear more of your voices. We need to hear more of you. Shout out to you. This is not about you. This episode is not about you. You understand? This episode is about these demons. You understand? These emotionally triggered demons. The demon little helpers. You understand? These women today are demon little helpers. They're helping and pushing this agenda onto children before they even have a choice. You understand? This is the same society that's telling obese women it's okay to be obese. It's okay to be fat. It's okay to be unhealthy. Don't worry. It's okay. Yeah, we know you have diabetes. We know, you have sleep apnea. And God forbid that obese woman has a logical friend that's trying to give them advice, that's trying to tell them like, yo, you need to lose weight. It's not good for your health, And guess what? That same woman gets emotionally triggered, right? She don't want to hear that. So to the obese women out there, the truth is not hate, okay? You are a victim of this sick society. You're no different than a drug addict. It's like when you're trying to tell drug addicts, like, yo, you have a problem, you need help, you know, let's work on something so we can help you out and you know, get you to rehab, right? The typical reaction of a drug addict is, nah, man, leave me alone. Why you always, nah, man. No matter what truth, no matter how much sense you try to make to this woman or person, in their mind, you know, in their mind, you are a hater. Just like these gangbangers, right? You try to tell them, like, yo, man, you need to change your life. You need, you know, stop gangbanging, stop selling drugs, stop doing all this dumb shit. You're ruining the fucking community. Nah, cuh. Fuck you talking about, cuh? I do what I want, cuh. I do what I want, cuh. I represent to the day I die, cuh. Niggas is 40 years old. 45 years old. You got children. And you still out here doing the same stupid shit. You still out here gangbanging. Shit is crazy, man. But I don't blame you. You are also a victim of this sick society. You understand? So, for the Powerpuff Boys, obese women, the drug addicts, the gangbangers, etc., 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 you are a victim of this sick society. Okay? The truth is not hate. Say it with me. The truth is not hate. Say it in the comment section. The truth is not hate. So anytime you're trying to help somebody to become a better version of themselves, you're trying to help somebody, you know, to change their life, you understand? And they get emotionally triggered, you understand? Just tell them the truth is not hate. But anyway, man, let's get on with the video. I'm gonna play this video one more time. My Powerpuff Boy right here.
Looking like a damn 14-year-old girl, man. Stop it, man. That's a damn shame, man. And then you got two girls with them hyping them up. That's the problem with our women right there. They talk about they want a good man, but they hype up niggas being homosexuality, man. Does that make any damn sense? Bring your little ass across the track. I know. We calling our asses out.
Powerpuff Power Ranger right there, man. Let's go on to the next video.
They do the Pledge of Allegiance.
And prompts a district investigation.
My room does not have a flag. It used to be there, but I took it down during COVID because it made me uncomfortable. And I packed it away and I don't know where, and I haven't found it yet.
In the post, the Back Bay High School teacher then goes on to say how she addressed a student's concern about the way the Pledge of Allegiance was being conducted in her class.
My kid today goes, hey, it's kind of weird that we just stand and then, you know, we say it to nothing. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I gotta find it. In the meantime, I tell this kid, we do have a flag in the class that you can pledge your allegiance to. And he like looks around, he goes,
Look at her face. She's smiling. She's giggling. You understand? She's enjoying ruining the minds of our children today. She's enjoying it. The women today will ruin your life with a smile. The women today will ruin your children's life with a smile. Be very, very careful of these women that you see today. They'll smile in your face, but behind the scene, they are some of the worst people. And then they'll laugh at you and joke with you and talk normal to you. They themselves don't even realize how much damage that they're doing to children. You understand?
that one?
She points to the LGBTQ pride flag. Today, some pride flags could be seen around the campus. Several local women were placing American flags outside the school.
We just heard that the school was short some flags, so we decided that we'd help them out, put some flags to show our patriotism. We think that the high school students really need to be aware that last week there were 13 military members that died.
Michelle Vaughn describes herself as a military mom with a son in the armed services. She has this message for the teacher in that video.
I'd like to share with her if she doesn't know about the importance of respecting the flag.
The Newport Mesa district in a statement saying, "We take matters like this seriously. Showing respect for our nation's flag is an important value that we instill in our students and an expectation of our employees. The teacher's no longer in the classroom. We follow due process and our investigation continues."
A Costa Mesa teacher, which is in Orange County, pretty conservative out there, California, removed from the classroom, and she's being investigated because a viral video on TikTok showed her telling a child to pledge allegiance to the gay pride flag. Now, we don't know exactly how young these children are, right? But whether or not you're gay or straight isn't really a subject for young children. It pertains to sex, and kids don't need to be talking about sex. Our teachers need to go back to teaching our children how to be productive members of society, capable of doing math and knowing proper grammar and spelling and reading, all the basics. But instead now these teachers are basically weapons of liberal ideology going into classrooms and polluting the minds of our children. And that's why parents have to speak up every chance they get. Don't be afraid. You have to speak up. And whenever a teacher does something wrong, you got to go to the school board. You got to go to a journalist and make these things public, because we need to protect the innocence of our children and the education of our children.
Facts on top of facts on top of facts.
Her academic needs in regards to her autism. It came to our attention that the school was actively deceiving and hiding us and hiding from us the fact that they were transitioning our daughter from being a girl to a boy, using a boy's name and pronouns. And this came to our attention by paperwork that they had given me, and one of the school employees had inadvertently forgotten to change one of those male names and pronouns.
At first I was like, they must have somebody else's child's information in here. This was clearly an error, is my first thought. And so we ended up emailing this specific staff member, asking them if this was an error. And then when we didn't receive a response back from them, which I thought was interesting, we started to kind of dig a little bit more and say, well, why would they not respond to an email over important information like this? So once we found out what was really happening, clearly I was just in shock.
We started putting some things together. We're going, I think might be what's going on. How do we want to handle this with the school? Later that same week, Jennifer found in our daughter's backpack a book that had been given to her by the school counselor, from the school counselor's personal library, that our daughter was kind of hiding from us. And that book contained a story about a homosexual boy and a confused boy, and the homosexual boy trying to kind of coerce the boy into a relationship with him, very explicit. And so when we found that, it was kind of like, all right, we got to pull her immediately. After which then we had a meeting with the school principal. He said to us, look, you have to understand, this is the school policy. We're mandated to do this. The desires of the children outweigh those of the parents, and there's not a whole lot we can do in that regard.
You hear that? You hear that? I hope you heard that. We live in a sick society. You understand? The truth is not hate. The truth is not hate.
How things are organically grown and all natural, and that's a very big component of like LGBTQ life, like it will do what is natural to you and all that. This is not natural in any stretch of the imagination. What they're doing, these queer creators as they're being called, they are specifically pushing the LGBTQ agenda and working with major entertainment networks, writers, producers, showrunners, directors, so that they can get these sexualized themes into these young children's programming. And it's been going on for years. Like, it's behind the scenes, all hush hush until so when you say like, oh, it's wow, all of a sudden it seems like there's a lot more like LGBTQ stuff. No, this has been in the works for years. This is the whole point of, like, it's coming to fruition in their minds.
This has been going on for years. So to the Powerpuff Boys, when I said you are a victim, this is what I mean. You understand? A lot of these choices were not your own. You were programmed. You were brainwashed.
One theory proposes that the reason why men are taking on more feminine energy in today's society is because of the food and water we ingest. A study was published on the harmful effects of a herbicide called atrazine. Atrazine is amongst the most commonly detected contaminant used on our food and found in water. But here's the problem. The study found that when male African claw frogs were exposed to atrazine, it caused physiological feminization. It disrupted their hormones, reproductivity, and it caused chemical castration, as 10% of the exposed males grew completely into females. And similar effects have been found on other animals such as fish and reptiles, and it also causes reproductive toxicities in women. And I'm not trying to scare anyone, but this is the most commonly found toxic particle in our water. It's banned in some places, but others are yet to catch up.
You need to finally get this through your head. The country that you live in, which is America, does not give a shit about you. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about your health. They don't care about your mental health. They don't care about your children. Okay? And they don't care about you. They don't care about the elderly people. You understand? So I suggest you find a way to get out of here sooner than later, because it's only going to get worse.
When Alex Jones said this,
what do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that?
Why did he say that? Well, there was actually a scientist named Tyrone Hayes who did studies on this. After being contracted by Syngenta to test an herbicide called atrazine on amphibians, Hayes quickly found that atrazine can disrupt the sexual development of frogs, starting with doses as low as 0.1 parts per billion, with male frogs developing both reproductive organs and not wanting to reproduce with female frogs altogether. Syngenta then asks him to manipulate his findings, so he quits soon after publishing the results. So the EPA steps in to do a full risk assessment, but here's the kicker. Almost all of the EPA's studies on this assessment were funded by Syngenta. Not only that, the EPA required further studies, hiring Syngenta to conduct them, and to set a standard of lab practices for any future studies, which basically meant any studies done outside of these practices would not be recognized by the EPA. Dr. Hayes' studies were all outside of those practices, even the ones that he did before the standards were set in place. And atrazine is still used nationwide on crops today. And those chemicals run off into the tap water, which is probably why Alex Jones said that the water is making frogs gay.
You are a victim of this sick society. The truth is not hate. They're putting chemicals in your food. You understand? They're spraying the air. There's chemicals in your water. They spraying things on organic fruits and vegetables. You can't escape this. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, you know, they're polluting you. They're slowly killing you. And it's a reason why we have a very sick society today. It's a reason why a lot of people are sick. It's a reason why a lot of people are overweight. It's a reason why a lot of people have depression and mental health problems. It's a reason. It's a reason why a lot of women are emotionally imbalanced. You understand? The truth is not hate.
When you wake up and see this world for what it really is, it truly blows your mind. Check out these extremely eye-opening examples of how they throw this stuff right in our face, and they've been subliminally programming us since we were children, bro.
Hey, let's get some ice cream.
How about this one?
Pistachio, almond fruit fudge, butterscotch delight. Ingredients: zinc trisodium aspartate, sorbitol and bisulfate, oxide beta-carotene, lactic acid carabine. Grade A milk emulsified, maltodextrin alkylide, silicon dioxide, lots of sugar.
Hey, all right.
Calcified synthetic salt, artificial barley malt, glycerin and aspartate, folic acid.
That tastes great.
Monosodium glutamate, dehydrated calciumate, soybean oil, butterfat, caramel sensor.
Yo, I used to love this cartoon, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit bringing me back memories.
That.
Hooray for sugar, cause we love it. Chocolate chips, we want more of it. Cakes and ice cream, want to shove it down our throats real fast. Here's a candy bar, you tried it?
Hey, let's all see what's inside it.
Gelatinized triglycerin, phosphate, soybean lecithin, deoxylite, trisilicon, dipped in chocolate.
Bring it on!
Citrus enzymes, BHT, powdered milk. Sounds good to me. Baking soda, carob gum, carbohydrates.
Yummy, yum!
Monosodium glutamate, zinc disodium maltonate, whole grain flour, yeast and fat.
Time to eat it. I'll do that.
We like sweets a lot, so give us all you got, and we'll stuff them in our bodies till they make our insides rot.
Man, even in the cartoons, you understand? I used to love that cartoon, man. You know, some of these cartoons was actually teaching you certain things, and it's like now when you watch it as an adult, it's like wow, you know?
Disney's newest animated film has a gay teen romance, just in case its not-so-secret gay agenda wasn't obvious enough.
This article quotes Ben Shapiro. He says, they sneak it in as a sideshow, then they slowly bring it further into the light. Now it's, quote, refreshing, because that's what they say, endearing and cute, to groom children into accepting deviant sexual lifestyles. So as you say, Bodhi, it's really sexual humanism that they're pushing on our kids.
They really are. Sexual humanism is any of that homosexuality, transgender, any of the, well, even, you know, sex outside of marriage. A lot of kids are being drilled with that at younger and younger ages. It might surprise you. And, you know, a lot of these companies are pushing for it. Sometimes we see it in text.
You are a victim of this sick society. The truth is not hate. Here's a message from the LGBTQ community. We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children. Remember that. So I hope all the Powerpuff Boys out there with good intentions, I hope, you know, stand up. You understand? Stand up. Stand up for what's right.
As we celebrate Pride and the progress we've made over these past years, there's still work to be done. So to those of you out there who are still working against equal rights, we have a message for you.
You think we're sinful? You fight against our rights. You say we all lead lives you can't respect. But you're just frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Fine, just this once, you're correct. We'll convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. You can keep him from disco.
Barely notice it.
What about San Francisco? Make him wear pleated pants, we don't care. We'll convert your children. We'll make them tolerant and fair.
Loud and clear. I hope y'all received that message. But anyway, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Episode 3. The truth is not hate. You understand? Once again, like, comment, subscribe. Once again, welcome to Making Sense of Madness. Like, comment, and subscribe. Fly Earners Gear. You understand? Like, comment, and subscribe, man.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Some are fancy on the outside. Some are fancy on the inside. Yes, sir. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Boys are boys from the beginning. If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl and grow up to be a lady. Everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Only girls can be the mommies. Only boys can be the daddies. Yes, sir. Everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine.
Did you ever discuss, now we were discussing sex when we did the takeoff in your show. Are they too young for that? You
Not
ever
at
get
all.
into...
That's where they learn the differences. But there's a song called Everybody's Fancy that I sing. Some are fancy on the outside, some are fancy on the inside. Everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. But the second verse is very important.
Now, what's the second verse?
Boys are boys from the beginning. Girls are girls right from the start. Everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Because sometimes children think that they might change. They might have to change after a while. And, you know, we laugh about that now. But it's because we had that concern when we were little.
Yeah, because you're really not sure, and you thought maybe you'd become a girl, or a girl would become a boy, right?
Exactly.
And it happens frequently out here. Sometimes.